So I am here at Restoule Lake. It's my first ever solo canoe trip. It's gonna be 4 days, or 4 nights and 5 days. Here is the canoe. It's all packed up. Everything's pretty quiet, so I think I might go for a swim before I start the trip. That way it starts on a good note. The water temperature feels pretty good, so here we go, and I'll try and do a couple more videos as I go through the trip. So just now, coming off the docks there was a fisherman who lost a transom for his boat, so that was my first swim. Was going to get the transom for him in about 6 feet of water, and it's 15 degrees, so nice and refreshing. Awesome way to wake up. It's 11:30, so now it's time to paddle and see what the next lake looks like. Well, that was swim 2 of the day. This is Clear Lake, and it is attached to Restoule, so it'll be the same 15.5 degrees. Yeah, it's a pretty nice place to come to. I'm at the portage now, so this is where I'm going to Bass Lake, I believe. So yeah, what a beautiful day. Not too much wind, just enough to make you not want to stop paddling, but it was great paddle, good sight. Not too many people on the lake, a couple people in boats, but only 3 or 4 boats, I think. So all in all, a good start to a trip. So this is Bass Lake. Just finished the portage, and as much as I wanted to do the whole thing in a single carry, I didn't. I single carried about halfway and then said, nope, I'm gonna drop the canoe and do it in 2 parts. And it's mostly because of this. That's what my feet look like after the portage. It was it's nice and muddy, so I think I'm going to rinse off my feet and then have lunch, because it is now, I think, around 2 o'clock. And then I'll paddle to the other side of this lake and find the next portage to Shoal Lake. Okay, so after having lunch, which felt nice, this is what I came to when I got to Bass Lake. A whole pile of boats. So it was a little disappointing. I thought it would be a little bit more remote, but I did pass what looked like a logging trail, and it may be just a well-used ATV trail, but what I came in as a portage, half of it was definitely an ATV trail. Now that I can see this, they probably pulled these on a trailer behind an ATV and then dumped them for anyone who comes out here regularly, I guess. So yeah, unfortunately, that's a little bit of a shame. It would be nice if they could at least get rid of the boats they're not going to use anymore, instead of just piling them up. But to each is their own, and at least I know I won't be leaving my boat in this pile. So, alright, so as I said, done lunch. Now back to paddling and to find the next portage. Somewhere over there. So this is the end of Bass Lake. Now I have to find the portage to Shoal Lake, and this is one of the reasons that I'm doing the loop backwards from the way everyone else does it, because I know the water has been low for the last couple of years, and I just wanted to make sure that I can either make it through this section up to Lake Nipissing, or I have to turn around and find something else to do. Alright, so if look carefully, you can see a beaver dam or den just up there. Maybe I'll get a closer shot of it. Oh, here's that beaver den I showed to you way back there. So I'm glad I stopped earlier in the lake, in this lake, to swim, because I wasn't certain I was going to find anywhere that I could actually get out of the boat and swim once I got to this section. So, and it looks like that's pretty much the case around here. You'd just be taking a mud bath essentially. So. So you might be able to see I'm just coming up on what looks like a natural beaver dam. Looks like they've been working pretty hard to get this wall made. So now I'm gonna have to find the best spot to go over it. Alright. Oh, here we go. Alright, so what I've done here is I just beached myself on the wall, and I'll get out and push it over and then hop back in. Down we go. And there we go. So just a little bit of work for the beavers after I'm out of here, but I'm sure they'll be able to fix that in no time. Alright, so it looks like more of the same coming up. Probably a lot of mud bars, and hopefully it gets a little bit deeper. We'll find out. So here's the next portage. I just went over another 2 natural beaver dams, and it's a nice portage, and this is the reason why we have to portage. It's just rocks, rocks, and more rocks. Not even a possibility of just dragging the boat over. So we will carry it to the next one. Alright, so this is Shoal Lake, and I just came out of Sand Creek, which is basically just a nice windy path through the reeds. So I'm going to try for the first campsite, which is on a point right there, and if it's taken for some odd reason, I will try the other point across the lake right there. But I'm definitely going to set up camp on this lake tonight and then go for another swim, because I am beat. I missed the portage on between Bass Lake and Shoal Lake, this lake. So I don't know if it wasn't marked. I didn't see it. I saw the one, but it lost the track, the path right away. So I figured, okay, the riverbed doesn't look horrible. I'll just follow that. It was only 800 meters, so the map said. So that's what I did, and it was exhausting because they were all big rocks. It was pretty dry, and it was just little 50-foot puddles every 100 feet, give or take. So I still did the same portage, just with big rocks in the middle of the riverbed, instead of whacking my bushwhacking a trail through the woods. So yeah, I'm tired. I'm ready to set camp and eat dinner and go for a swim. So I will probably chat sometime after that. Alright, so here's the tent setup for the first night. Hopefully it's flat enough. Mattress, sleeping bag, clothes. Hopefully that's all I need in there. I'll find my book before I go in. Alright, first night's dinner has Mexican rice and sausages. And over here I found some wood, and I'm going to start my fire soon. And that's about it, because as I said, I'm getting hungry.